podcast of the 2025-2026 season. It, I, Coach Ramos, aka Somar, Coach Medeiros, out there, the Greco god himself. Jimmy, you look like you're in a new spot. Give us some details.
Yeah, we're at the World Team Training Center, which is a gym kind of in Van Nuys, about a block away from Birmingham. But it's a full gym with MMA, jiu-jitsu, striking, and wrestling 7 days a week.
Nice.
Yeah,
And this was something we had talked about before. I know you motivated me to
yeah,
kind of step into this realm. I was probably your guinea pig.
yeah, yeah.
And but Jimmy got together. Um, I'm sure your dad had a hand in it. He's always your big support, but I know
Yeah,
he's a
he's
wrestling nut just as much as you are. So
oh yeah,
I think it's
yeah,
cool you guys have that. You guys can share.
yeah, yeah.
So give some details. How big is the spot? All that good stuff.
It's 5,000 square feet, the total place. I don't know if you can see behind me. This is the weight room. We're in the
Okay.
weight room here. Uh, I can even give you a little tour if you want.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
this is the weight room here, and we have like all these state of the art um, machines that like Super Cat. We have this is the Real Runner here. This thing is
Ooh, that's
unbelievable.
old school right there. You know
Yeah, I
about
mean
the
it.
real runner.
Yeah, it's resistance. It's like you want like cardio in 30 seconds. That's your jam,
Yeah.
right? We got some. We got the bear here, which is these are all like you could do 100 different workouts between squat jumps. You can load it up with weight backs there. If you can see that, there's weight.
Yep. Yep.
Um, this one's the same idea, but like a little different resistance and a little different angle. But you can do squat jumps. You can do shoulder press. You can do bench press. You can do a ball. You can do isokinetic holds. We're trying to do a lot of functional stuff. This is
That's
the
pneumatic, huh?
yeah. This is the
Resistance.
super. This is a new version of the Super Cat. This is pretty awesome. I use this one like almost every day for like every muscle group.
Uh-huh.
This one's a little bit different. This one's like you could do a reverse hack squat where like you could jump, throw your hips up in the air. You can push it like a lineman, almost like for press. You
Yeah.
do tons of stuff. And we have a rack, and then here we have like this is like a new kind of thing. It's uh, a treadmill that has not plugged in. It's all like inclined, so it's you have to push it to move
Uh-huh.
it, right?
Yeah.
And there's also um, like farmer carries. So
Okay.
you
Oh,
load this bad boy up, and
so
you
you
can
can
do
even
farmer
walk it.
carries
Yeah.
or
Okay.
shrugs. Yeah, there's a whole workout. This is like a 360 machine. This one literally moves in 360 degrees. So you can go press, you can do circles, you can like pommel, you can do a bunch of stuff. It's really, really cool.
Circles.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
use when I want to mix it up. When I stir it up.
Yeah, yeah. When you stir up that pot.
Yeah.
Then we have a hand bike too, which I find really, really cool. Um, and then this is the weight room or the wrestling room here.
Nice.
It's about 3,000 square feet in square mat space, and
Okay.
we got dopaminos, different strengths all around the wall. I try to utilize the dopaminos like every day. So we working on snaps, working on movement, ducks, curls, underhooks, like you name it, we're using the bands. So it's pretty cool. And then yeah, this is kind of the kick it area.
Okay.
So we kind of hang out. Here's the whole mat space right here. You can see
Nice.
there. We have like the wall up here. Got some pull ups there. And then this is kind of we have a recovery room. This is where kind of I feel like sometimes we set ourselves apart from other gyms. Is we have a full on recovery situation,
Oh, nice.
uh, a complete like hypobaric chamber or cryo chamber,
Crowd
right?
therapy. Yep. Crowd therapy
Yep.
there.
And then we have like the electric pad. This
E-stim
thing's
right there. Yeah.
crazy. When I literally my shoulders bothered me and the whole thing vibrated me and like the good shoulder, it didn't feel like anything was happening, it was just like vibrating. This shoulder, I was like someone like punching me in the shoulder. I was like, whoa, it was crazy. And then this is a red light.
Okay.
Um, and then
Diagram.
there's like a sign of red light bike thing, and then we have more. We have a laser. There's the laser over there. It goes right to the damage area. It's pretty cool. And then we continue into the lobby, And then here's the hypobaric chamber.
Nice.
And then we have like a study hall area right here. You can see.
Why is that the smallest part of the gym?
I know. It's kind of where the kids eat. Here's this used to be my office, but now it's here.
Lost your space, I guess, huh?
Yeah, so now all the plaques are here, so it's kind of cool.
Nice.
Um, and oops, in here, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of all lit
there
up.
you go.
We have there's a plunge right behind me, a sauna and a pod and a red light and another hypobaric right here. So, and the
What's
pod
that,
literally,
Barracks? Jesus.
the pod is like a detoxing, like, and like a sauna all in one. Like, I did it for like 40 minutes and like, I lost like 5 pounds and like detoxed my whole body. It was like crazy.
Skin
Like,
felt all good.
yeah, I felt a little like, man, I'm ready to go to sleep. But yeah, so that's yeah, this is the other side of the room. Got my world stuff over here,
Nice.
and we got Greg's world grappling plaque and stuff like that, and then his Fargo. Recently, he won Fargo, so that's pretty awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, so that's kind of like the basic tour of the place. So we also have, this is really cool. This light. This light disinfects everything. Like pretty much every other day, we put it in the middle of the mats and turn it on, and it like cuts through DNA and just like literally kills everything. So when we leave, like we'll turn off the lights and set it on a timer for like 15 minutes, and bam.
Boom.
So
Clean it out. Huh?
yeah, it's pretty
Nice.
cool. Yeah, we have a Kaiser machine too, which is pretty cool too. So yeah, so
So, dude, it's a playground in there.
yeah, we pretty much got a little bit of everything. A lot of the tons of toys, and then the what do you call it? The focus point of like a lot of the weights and the gym area is to push into the, like I said, wrestling movement, kind of combat movement exercises, the fascia, working, building, stretching. Kinetic like holds and plyo kind of workouts, all that kind of like new age lifting, training, explosion kind of stuff. So that's kind of cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. So, Worlds is this week. California's well
Yes,
represented
it's gonna be
again.
awesome. Yeah, my boy's wrestling this weekend, so I'm really excited. He
Nice.
sent me a ton of videos for me to go over. He's in Hungary right now, training with a next like European, world, and Olympic medalist. So like he got invited to go train in Jonathan did in Hungary. So he's been out there for about 3 or 4 weeks. So
Yeah,
I think
Diamond is Kennedy Blade's partner.
oh okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's cool. You know,
Yeah.
Roy called me and was like, "Guess what?" I was like, "Oh, that's a cool. I mean, hey, it's second best to actually being on the team.
Yeah.
You know, it's just get out
Yeah.
there and get that feel. So it's good.
Yeah.
Especially because Kennedy's dropping down now, so I'm sure that feels good.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a real log jam once Amit comes back. Which
Yeah,
congratulations to Amit, California
that's
girl.
awesome.
She's expecting, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
Kind of in the season right now because I know Coach Medina up at the training center. She's also expecting. She hasn't had it yet, but I know like a lot of the girls are expecting. Yelena McCoy's also expecting. I hear.
Oh wow, shoot.
Yeah. So.
I'm expecting to, so that's
Again,
happening.
Jesus,
Oh yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Gosh, hanging out with too many Mexicans.
I am Mexican, so
It's just having it all. I know, but you're picking up too many bad habits from the people.
yeah, I mean my grandma had 10 kids, so you know.
And Jimmy's not one to take second.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah knows what she signed up for.
Yeah.
No, that's good. And I heard the kids today when we were on the phone. I could hear them in the background.
Oh yeah.
That's
Man,
cool.
they're definitely little animals. It's funny, they got a trampoline in the backyard, and they had like a little zipper because it's like caged in,
Yeah.
and they go lock us in. I'm like caged animals. He's like, we're caged animals. I'm like, okay,
Good. There you
you're
go.
in there.
Raising them up. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, let's continue then with the U.S. team uh, coming into the 2025 World Championships. So we have a couple girls on the team. Let's see here. Wasn't the trials. World team. All right, here we go. I kind of feel like Helen is now officially a
Californian.
California girl because she's here all the time.
Yeah.
But so you have Audrey Jimenez, Felicity Taylor, California's own Cristal Rodriguez, Helen Maroulis, Jakara Winchester,
Yep.
Aduga
California.
Nawachiku, Macy Kilty, Kennedy Blades, Alexandra Glaude,
Yep. California.
and Kylie Welker. Yep. So that's
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4 actual California natives and a transplant.
Yeah.
So that's pretty darn good for the girls' side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good to see Adugo break through. We've
Yeah.
talked about her for a while.
Oh yeah. You know, I mean, she was like, Kayla was on a different level than her for a while, and then it's like overnight, man. She just, I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know,
It
I don't
seemed
know what
like there was a
happened.
gap, right? It seemed like there was
Yeah.
a gap, and then
Got-
it just
And that happens. I've seen it happen a ton. Going all the way back to when I was in college, like Sammy Henson used to beat up Steven Abbas, and he just like couldn't beat him. And in 2000, then 2004, like a year or two later, after 2000, he's like, Sammy can't beat him anymore. Like
yeah,
it's like he lost a step, or just a year older, and the other guys developed a year more, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow, what happened? And at that level, we're talking about inches and centimeters and seconds. Like, so everything's so close. So if you gain a step, then that step's huge.
yeah, no, absolutely. And I think it was probably a perfect storm in that sense because I think Miracle was hurt for a while
Mhm.
coming in.
Yeah.
And Adugo's now with WCAP too.
Yeah.
So a different training environment. Partner. She's got Jasmine Robinson in there to work with. She's got some killers to work with. So it's like probably a perfect storm for her to be able to like make a jump.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to kind of wonder too when someone makes that jump. Like, are they going to look back or are they just going to take off?
Yeah. I mean,
You know?
dude, she's got all the talent in the world and like all the ability. I felt like, because she is like a hard worker and she's pretty focused, like I figure it was just a matter of time before she really exploded into another level.
Yeah, and I mean, we've talked about it too. I mean, there's just some little things that we still see because she still seems like so untapped. I mean, she's got
Yeah.
so many different ways to win. She's super.
Yeah.
She can be very fast. She's super powerful.
Yeah.
And her setups.
And I've said it for a while now. I was like, as soon as she kind of figures out really how to combo her explosive shot with her throws and her upper body stuff, and to put them together. If one doesn't work, she goes one way, she goes back to the other one. And if she can kind of really like put together everything that she can do, like it's unstoppable. So I'm really excited to see her at the Worlds because I think she's close. She's close to that, and who knows? She might like kill everybody there. So that'd be awesome.
No, definitely. Cristal looks really good. She looks
does.
like she's gapping, and
Yeah.
starting to get to a point where she's just like, yeah, she's the one.
Honestly,
sure.
dude, I'm really proud of her because she took a year off. She didn't like in high school, and then
Yeah.
kind of did a little bit of a comeback. And then I remember talking to her at the California State, and she was like, I don't know if I want to wrestle, like all this stuff. And I was like, dude, you're so good. You should, if you go all in, you could be unbelievable. Like, just keep wrestling, but you have to do it because you love it and because you want to be good. You know what I mean? Not for any other reason, not because you
Yeah.
should or you have to, and I think that goes for everybody, right? And to see her kind of come back and go to college, and then, she took a little time and then she found her way and she's doing awesome. I mean, she's always been unbelievable, so for her to kind of find her way back is pretty inspiring.
Yeah, it's definitely a good comeback story.
Yeah.
But also too, I think she has a life off the mat. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
some of these when they're prodigies, I guess you'd call them, because I mean she was a world silver medalist. Coming in still in high school. and then she takes that time off, and you're just kind of like, what's going on, and
Yeah.
life happens, and she's got to do
And
some
COVID
stuff.
happened. COVID
Yeah,
was a big
COVID
part of
happened
it.
also. Yeah, and then she's married now, and all that stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, and I think that's again we've talked about it before that these young ladies have to consider other things that we don't have to as men, when we were competitive and that kind
Yeah.
of stuff, and good for her. Jakara Winchester, just a staple. This year's team's a really good mix of old guard, new faces.
Yeah.
Because
And she's up a couple weights from what she was killing herself trying to make 55 and and all that. Like I think it's maybe a better fit for her. She's super strong, super talented, and like she doesn't need to cut that much weight, I don't think. I think she when she's feeling good, she's just as strong as the 59-kilo girls. So I mean it might
she's
be a good
laser
for her.
fast when she gets to
Yeah.
her shot. She's really fast. So
Could
yeah,
be a good fit for her.
yeah, she might just realize like, oh, I don't need to do this.
Yeah,
Um, Probably the opposite side of it, like Kennedy, goes down instead
Yeah.
of staying up and realizes like, oh, I don't got to wrestle big girls. Like, still play all these little girls too, smaller girls.
Yeah, I think she might have been wrestling a little under. I don't know. I don't know how much if she was cutting much weight before or anything. So I don't know. Maybe it's such a weird thing when you have such a stacked lineup that you kind of got to find your way. A meet's not in, might as well take advantage of that scenario. And I mean, even if she wasn't, she'd probably go 72 anyway. But
Yeah, she's a
found a
gamer.
and she found a good spot of 68. So like when the Olympics do come around, she'll be used to that weight and been wrestling there. So and
Yeah.
probably get to sit out too. So that's another big interesting uh, element to the big picture.
To the puzzle. Yep, to the puzzle. And then Glade
Yeah,
got in very interestingly
yeah,
enough. I know Skylar Growdy was asking to fill in on Final X and that kind of stuff, but
yeah,
they just said no. Like it's Glade's, and here she is, on the world
yeah,
team. Can't be.
yeah.
Hey, she made it. So nobody asked how you made it, just whether or not you did. And
Honestly, at the end of the day, people don't even remember. Like,
yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of those situations where you're like, oh, that wasn't great, and then 10 years later, nobody remembers.
yeah.
Unless they were there, and you're just like,
Well,
hey,
I was gonna say too. Was it Adeline's first world team kind of something similar?
might have been, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
think
really remember it.
Yeah, I'm almost positive there was somebody at the time. Well, it's still probably the same way, but cannabis was not a welcome thing, and I think somebody tested positive, and I think she got assigned the position, versus wrestling. I'm almost positive. I gotta go back and look.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
almost positive it was something.
I don't
like
remember that, but
Yeah, I got a memory for old stuff like that, but yeah, I was invested in Final X because we had 3 girls from the club in Final X.
oh, that's cool.
And we had a Diamond, who of course the original girl from the club, and then we had Brianna Gonzalez,
Yeah.
in there, and then we had Anya Drury, that was
Oh,
in
yeah.
there too. So we had 3 that
Yeah.
were in the Final X. So I was like, gosh, that's kind of cool, And so we were invested in watching it, but I think the team's going to do well, but it's just a matter of what Japan shows up. I mean, Japan
I
had
mean-
1 year where they didn't look good at all. They didn't look great, and
Well, I also think they didn't bring everybody. There's a couple times where they, for whatever reason, they just didn't bring all the best girls. I mean, they brought killers, but not at every weight, and sometimes the upper weights aren't always stacked. But lately, they've been really freaking tough. So, I mean, they're a juggernaut. It's going to be hard to beat them in
Yeah.
any group. I mean, usually in the youth level, we do pretty good against them, like
Yeah.
U17, U20,
we
but
did this year especially. Yeah.
yeah, but seniors not as much. Like,
Yeah.
so it'll be nice to see us kind of try to compete with them for sure.
Yeah. I agree with that.
There's
And
a few
then,
weight classes where they're just gonna kill everybody anyway. Like most of the lightweights are pretty good, much gonna walk through it, which is tough.
Yeah, having Welker and Blades on the same team, Kilty's
Yeah.
already established too. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, not having a meet is kind of like, that sucks. Because I mean,
Oof, that yeah,
That's
having
a
those
heavy
top
hitter.
top
Yeah.
four, like the
Yeah.
four upper weights would have been. Oh man.
I think Glad Day will do fine. I think
Yeah.
she's gonna get in there hopefully, and like, but when you have a meet, you're looking at like almost a for sure medal. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing's for sure in life, but I mean that's a pretty good bet, right?
Yeah. When you're dealing with an 8-time world champion coming in, hasn't been tested.
Hard to beat that, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What about your senior level girls that you got in your room? Like, how's Katie been? How's Marilyn been?
Yeah, Maryland's, she's working hard. She's trying to do everything. I mean, she's helping us coach at the school. She's training a bunch of places. She's coaching at Moore Park. She's like one of the Moore Park female coaches in the spring.
Okay.
So, and she's wrestling her own season. So, for freestyle for the international competition, all that. I mean, she's a workhorse, dude. Like she's gonna work every day, and she's gonna outwork most people.
Yeah.
And eventually, she's gonna either get there or she's gonna die trying.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Maryland for sure.
That's good.
And Katie's kind of figuring out her. It's hard because you go away, you do your own thing, and you try to you do it on your own, and then you're like you make mistakes, you make some gains, and then you're like, man, I have to evaluate my situation and see what's actually working for me. And sometimes you got to learn through trial and error, and I think that's part of life. And if you don't learn from it, then it's just a mistake, right?
Yeah.
If you do learn from it, then it's just what you needed.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. So good overall. I mean,
yeah,
everybody's doing well.
Yeah.
We had a Pan Am champ from our club this year too, and Alex, a girl from your backyard, Alex Weitzman, won Pan Ams. I mean,
That's
not
awesome.
somebody coming out of high school. I mean, she was good, but I mean, not really one
Well, I
of
mean,
those.
she started as a high school student and really didn't know how to wrestle at first, but super scrappy and super talented. And I was like, wow, this girl is like got some scrap in her, like when the first time I saw her. And, she got better real quick. And, she's super hungry. And like, I'll tell you what, like the kids that have all the talent in the world aren't always the ones that do the best long term.
Mhm.
It's usually the ones that have something to prove, unfinished business, a chip on their shoulder. Like they want to work still. Like they're like, I got a lot of work to do, and I'm gonna get it. And like they don't want to give up, and they want to keep wrestling. And if you can do that, you're gonna keep wrestling. You'll keep getting better, taking steps forward. I mean, Marilyn's kind of like that too. I mean, she was never talented, like super talented. She's always scrappy and always like, get in your
Honestly,
face.
overlooked in terms of the
Oh, yeah.
girls that you've had come through your room.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Wagner, going back to Wagner, going into Katie, all these girls,
Yeah.
and
Alex,
here's-
yeah.
and then here you go, even
Yeah.
even Avi, I feel like even Avi was more of a name than
Yeah.
Marilyn,
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
And Avi still has a long career ahead of her, but
Yeah.
she was kind of a bigger name than Marilyn, but here's Marilyn still just like plugging away,
Oh yeah.
just
And
putting
that's
in the
like,
work.
and I think that's the inspiring thing for kids who are like, man, I didn't do all this stuff, and I wasn't good enough. And I can't tell you how many girls that I've coached or that I've talked to, and when I go, you want to go to college, you want to wrestle, and they're like, I'm not good enough. I'm not like a state placer, And you look at our state versus the rest of the country. If you look at our state versus college, I mean, it's unbelievable. Some of the girls that are becoming really good in college who are just sticking with it and really just grinding, and they're getting better and getting better, and like they end up being good, and they may not have been like, and they may not have placed in our state or even qualified
Yeah.
in some of these other states, but they have a smaller state, and they like it's like not really serious, and they do well there, and they're like, oh, I'll wrestle in college. They have some confidence, and then they keep working, and then they get better, and they keep chiseling out a career. Where you have girls here who are like, oh, I didn't qualify to state, or I went 0-2 at state, and you're like, I shouldn't wrestle in college. You're like, yeah, everybody can wrestle. Like right now, there's so many programs for girls. Like there's so many teams that don't even have full lineups, and they'll take all the girls. Like,
Well, that's why we started the college combine in the beginning. It wasn't. It was taking what Lee and Roper were doing and just saying, "Hey, look, we could do this. We could do this to help fill these teams, so we don't lose the teams."
right,
For
absolutely.
me, that was always the thing. It was like it was never about me or my name or whatever. It was about, hey, like, what do we do to make sure we fill these teams so we don't lose opportunity.
Right.
You know, and you still see, you know, you lose some programs every now and then, but I think for the most part, teams are sticking around. You know,
Or
they're filling them.
even to let these girls know, hey, look, you have opportunities to get money, to get a free education, to go out there and wrestle. You know, I had a girl this year that graduated, Elizabeth Reyes, and she's solid. She wrestled for 4 years. She made it to state twice, and she was, you know, she was good, but like not that good. And you know, most of those girls that I coached that like didn't win that many matches at state and all that, they're kind of like, oh, I'm not good enough, and they won't wrestle. She
Yeah.
went out and she got a full scholarship, and it all got paid for. And she's in Kentucky at Cumberland's and wrestling there. And like, okay, um, you know, I wouldn't have guessed out of all the girls that she would be going and wrestling, but she's probably one of the ones that will stick it through and do the whole thing,
Yeah.
you know, because she has something to prove. And, you know, she wants to be good. So that's what it takes sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Just just stick with it, you know, and
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's really, really good. So, uh, Elf in the Room. We didn't do so great at Fargo this year.
Yeah.
Like, hardest they keep that level for so long.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, there's definitely some changes that could be made. You know, and
I mean,
it's kind of stinks, you know, to say it that way, but we're really not sending our best.
yeah.
We're just
We're not. I mean,
But,
and that's
look
the
at the
same.
boys are killing it, and they're because
Well-
they're sending more of their best.
Well, and that's been, we had a problem for 10 years with the boys where like none of the top guys, I remember one year I was like, not one state champion came to Fargo this year. And I was like, damn, how are we gonna, these are our best kids and they're not wrestling in Fargo. Like, how are we gonna win Fargo if our best kids, not even any of them are coming, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was like, damn, you know, how do we change this? And so that's something that they've been working on for years to try to get more of the kids to come and, you know, trying to make it more, give them more incentives and try to make it cooler. And I don't know. And now the girls had always come, like all of our best girls were like 4-time Fargo champs and, you know, like stuff like that and just doubling up juniors, cadets. And now you can't even do that anymore. But, yeah, now they're kind of like they're not coming either, like the guys were for a while. So I think we kind of switched roles in that aspect, but and still we could bring a lot more boys, but that are the top level boys. But you know, it's hard. It's expensive. It's a hard trip. It's a big commitment, and you're laying yourself on the line, and you're risking not doing well, and that's not easy for, you know, people that are used to winning. And so.
Yeah, no, that's true. And getting through it, you know, those some of those weight classes are so big, and it's like, gosh, you're really putting your toe on the line and really fighting through it. But you got a lot of California guys did a really good job. I think there's something needs to be adjusted. We're not sending our best girls.
Yeah.
You know, even when we do send some of our best ones, we don't have great performances. You know, and I'm sorry, but I think corner coaching matters when you get to that top level. You know, and I think we got to do a better job too of making the Fargo team something exciting again.
I think
For the girls'
that's
side.
what it comes down to. You know, I mean, I think for a while there, it was kind of cool. It was fun. I mean, I don't know. I think this is the first year I didn't actually go to Fargo, so I don't know what happened, how it went this year. But I remember seeing for many years, there's so many like team bonding and like experiences for the girls that I was always like, man, they have so much fun. And you know, the guys are kind of like, yeah, that's dumb. Like they wouldn't want to do that, but they're girls and it's a different story. And they love it. I mean, they're playing games and they're like doing, you know, different fun activities. And it looked like a blast. I'm like, man, I wish we did that when I was at Fargo.
But here's the thing, though, what are you there for?
Yeah, I mean,
You
for
know,
sure.
I mean, you're there for 5 days.
Yeah.
It's not enough time. You know, keep them focused. Let them perform. You know, and then do that stuff after if you want. But I feel like it's drug out in the wrong direction for too long.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to do too much. They got to remember too that you're running a prep camp for
Yeah.
the tournament's right there. It's not a training camp. You know what I mean? And when you
Yeah, and it's
coaching longer-
changed so much. And you know, here's the issue that has always been the issue,
Uh-huh.
is our state's too big. You know, you look at Washington, you look at Illinois, you look at a lot of these like smaller states, and they're unifying and they're training together months ahead of the time, and they're centralizing a lot of the training, and that's awesome. And it's very helpful because now everybody's on the same page, and they're all like, if you wrestle for somebody from Illinois, you know, like, hey, they're all going to do the same thing. They're all doing 2-on-1s. They're all like wrestling a certain way, and you're like, damn, they're all like one team.
Yeah.
Where we're so freaking big that how can you expect anybody to come and train in one spot where you're looking at an 8-hour drive for some places? And you could do that, but you can do it once, you know?
Well, here's the thing. No, you could totally do it. Number
Yeah.
one, and I said this to Duran when he was the director, 10 years ago. I said, look, regions, and okay, every year on these weekends you have a training camp for that region, and then twice a year, you have the girls come together in one spot, one up north, one down south, and then this way you can go over the curriculum that you want the coaches to make sure. Hey, look, all the California girls can do X, Y, and Z, and they can do it well. And then the baseline of California as a whole goes up also, and there's a way to do it, but it's right now because they're also talking about moving Fargo now, and they're talking about all these things, changing a bunch of stuff, and because it's too big, and I'm like, it's absolutely too big. If you want to find the best, put the best girls out there. We don't need to take 75 girls. Like most of those, like what, over 60% of those girls are going 0-2. So I mean, is it a nice experience? Yeah, it's a nice experience, but at some point, something's got to matter for something, and wearing that Fargo singlet used to be something. Nowadays, it's like, well, everybody's got it, and it doesn't mean anything. I remember when Des started, and it's like Audrey Morehouse and some of these girls are in the Fargo jacket. You're like, oh dang, like you're in the Fargo team. That's something, and I just would like it, and I want better singlets. I'm sorry, but some of these states, like Pennsylvania, has a Philly, has the Philadelphia one. They got some state representing singlets. Our singlets don't represent California. I feel like they could do a better job, But I mean, they got a corporate sponsor, so that's probably why they're being kind of more uniform.
It's hard to please everybody, to be real. Like, I mean, especially with stuff like that. Like, some of the kids are, man, the singlets are so cool, and I love them, and other kids are like, oh, they're lame, or they look like past singlets. You're like, okay, like, it's hard. I don't know.
But I mean, you even see it when they do the Fargo videos, like Flo does them, and they're in the marketplace. Like a California singlet, for a singlet, you could get somebody's full package from another state before. Now it's like, the other states got some pretty sick ones. So I would like to see a little more character. I understand it's uniform. I would just like to see more character in it.
Well, I think one of the things that makes it less like cool or whatever is that now, I mean, and they shift based on, like, they're trying to make it more affordable. If you're on a duels team and Fargo team, and you can get the singlet package and you pay once, and it's expensive, but at least you have it and you can use it for all the competitions, even the U.S. Open. Like, you get it early and then you can have the package, but it makes it less cool because now you're wearing it all the time, and everybody gets it way early, and it's not just like a Fargo thing. It's like, hey, for the season thing.
See, but I mean, really, you didn't go this year, but my girls didn't really save any money doing it the way they did it. They haven't, and it's like, in that case, make it cool. Like, that's just my opinion about it. But it is what it is. It's I think it could be a little better personally. So upcoming year, you hear of any transfers?
Not for the girls. I mean, a lot of boys moving around. I haven't heard a bunch of girls moving though.
No. I know state placer from Walnut went over to Northview. State qualifier from La Habra went to Northview.
I did hear that. There was a couple. Northview got a few girls.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, dang, it would be a third year in a row if Northview gets another girl into the finals again, and Davis has to wrestle another Northview girl the next. So 3 out of the 4 years she's in high school. but no, she's a state qualifier from La Habra, so she came over the hill, and then yeah, so, but I heard there's a little bit of a hiccup with one of them, like parents maybe live separate, but I don't know some stuff, so I won't speak on it, but I just heard some things, so we'll see how that goes. That should make things interesting. Um, Anybody at Fargo surprise you that didn't place? Not saying bad of the kid, but like I think highly of them, and I thought they were gonna maybe even make the finals. I think Salamua from Corona was probably for me the one I thought was gonna really make a run. She's so good. That kid can wrestle, and she's like still young in the sport. So
Yeah, she's still kind of green a lot. It's like I feel like she hasn't tapped into her full potential. So
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I think it's maybe just a matter of time for her.
yeah. I think Coach Dow's doing a good job with her, but I don't know how much freestyle she got prior to Fargo. She's really good. Um, who else? Um, Buchanan, Ashada. I thought she was gonna win it too. That girl's good. She's so good. And then she just took a bad loss on the way. She was winning too, and then she came back and wrecked for third place. The girl that she lost to, but it might have been the console semis. She's so good. So yeah, that's another one that I thought was gonna win it too, but I was following along the lines with that. Um, so yeah, I think next podcast we'll go over some of the rankings, even though they might be slanted a little bit because they don't really represent a lot of the north. I'm looking at them and I'm like, there needs to be some more north up here. Not
Which rankings are you referring?
they have that California girls wrestling or Cali girls wrestling or something like that on Instagram, and yeah, I was looking at those ones. So just briefly, but yeah, we'll go over them. Yeah, but we'll say that for next time. I just wanted to get on the board today and get something on so we can start getting in our rhythm again. So people do ask for the podcast. I just been a little busy.
It's been a while, yeah, for sure.
Fortunately, we had fires here in Pasadena.
Yeah, that was rough.
I would like to blame that on my internet connection, but we all know my internet connection's been terrible for years now. So, but no, right above, so the corner of my house is pretty much the fire line, and the neighborhood above us was 4,500 houses, 3,000 of them gone. Yeah, so it's like it's terrible and still looks terrible to this day right now. So
I was gonna say, how's the rebuilding going? Like, is it
very slow?
damn?
Yeah, so it is what it is. It's very sad. How's Polly doing?
I mean, they're still moving forward. I mean, they have a team. They had a good group of younger kids last year, and I was worried that they may not bounce back as good, or they might have lost a lot of kids. But I think the majority of them have stuck around. I think some of them may have went to like Santa Monica or those places nearby, but they're still not having a gym, so they don't have any home matches, which really sucks. But they got a full team.
Man, roll that mat out in the quad, man. Let's go.
We did it in COVID,
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're gonna duel them for sure, so they can get a match but yeah, it just sucks they can't have a home duel and they can. I don't know. I think they were practicing at like a MMA gym or something nearby, and so it was rough there for a little while. But I think they've kind of found the groove of it and kind of found a way to make it work. So they're still moving forward, which is, I mean, that's what you have to do in life, right?
That's all you can do. Yeah. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. They were affected by that. Yeah, I know all the elementary schools up here are gone. So those kids are all pushed out to other places. Yeah, so it's interesting. It's crazy. It's already going to be a year. I'm like, damn. It's coming up in January. But, because I remember, because I had to evacuate my house on like a Tuesday, and then I was in Napa there that week. So it was like, I got a text at home, and there it was. But, so yeah. So, yeah, next show we'll have to go ahead and go over that. Dude, the first NCAA season for women's college wrestling. Official NCAA season this year. So
that's exciting.
Yeah, I think it is. So, and some of these teams are bouncing back. I think Iowa's going to get challenged this year. I think McKendree has a very good team, and they
Yeah,
looked
it's
good last year.
Duda just went there, right?
Yeah, yeah, she's been there, but she just won Pan Am's and she looked good. She was freestyling and she looked good. Like, yeah, like I was really impressed with how well she wrestled. So, um, yeah, I think she had a little bit of a adjustment when she first got there, and she came down in weight and stuff like that. But now that she seems to be firing all cylinders, so they have her. They got Destiny Rodriguez. Oh! By the way, Lily Freitas was there, but she's now moved on somewhere else. But did you see Lily Freitas' dad's missing? I don't know if they found him or not. Mike Freitas, the
Missing?
father of Lily Freitas, yeah, missing. He
Really?
was seen at a resort and spa uh, one afternoon, and then last I had heard, they hadn't heard from him for a couple days. So, yeah, very, very sad. So hopefully he's okay. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully he's okay. But yeah, Lily had posted up that he was missing. Um,
Yeah, that's crazy. Hopefully he's fine. I mean, oh my gosh.
yeah, for a 40-year-old man to go missing, it's like, ooh, okay, that's nerve wracking, you know. So hopefully Mike's doing okay, but yeah, but yeah, we'll definitely go over some of the college stuff on the next show. Um, and then if you have any girls that are like, coming through training, maybe we'll do a quick podcast on the fly and like, hey, after post practice, discussion with them and see if they open up a little bit and talk a
Yeah,
little. And
that could be cool for sure.
yeah, so I got some talent coming in through the room. We've had a couple of state champs coming through, and some girls are getting ready for Super 32. Are you going to Super 32? Are you sending anybody to Super 32?
Yeah, a bunch of boys for sure.
Okay.
I don't know about the girls yet. Maybe a couple. We'll see how it all works out. I know it's a lot of money and it's a big trip.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I'm gone. I'll be there.
Okay. Nice. Now it's a fun tournament. It's a lot there, for sure. So, but yeah, like I said, we'll be a little more structured next time. But at least everybody got to see your gym, got to hear us start talking about things that are on our mind with regard to the sports. Jimmy's one of the very few people I know I can call at any time and talk wrestling with. I don't got many of those. A lot of people think they're wrestling fans, and I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah, I'm one of those people too that just loves to talk about technique. Like, we could talk about a situation or position, and I'll just talk about the ins and outs of that move for an hour. Like, I mean, I enjoy that. Like, and every now and then you meet people that are like technique aholic people, like they're just like junkies for technique, and they're like, oh, I'm doing this now, and oh, I've seen this happen, and now we've adjusted that move to this move, and I really get a kick out of those people too, because never have a bad conversation with those people because I always love talking wrestling, technique, you name it.
What we might want to do, because Andy Cook's down here and he teaches wrestling over at Olivia Davis's dad's jiu-jitsu place in San Diego. Maybe we'll get Cook on here and we can have a little technique talk.
For sure, yeah. I love talking to Andy. He's at San Diego State now. He's got a couple of my kids over there at Wrestle for him now, so that's cool.
Yeah. Is it San Diego or UCSD? I think he's at UCSD, right?
One of the San Diegos. I don't know. San Diego State or San Diego University of San Diego.
Yeah, I think he's at UCSD. But yeah, no, like maybe we'll do a little technique talk and have Andy on, and we can kind of geek out about that. I mean, shoot, I talked to you earlier. I was in traffic and we started talking about just shelving a leg, and that went in a direction it probably could have went for a long time, but yeah, for sure. So yeah, we'll start looking into that too. So, but if anybody else is out there and they got some questions or topics or anything they want us to talk about, let us know. But we could also go over the real freestyle wrestling.
I wonder. I mean, I think they did a pretty good job on it, but I'm curious to see how much momentum it's getting. Like, is it picking up, or is it like gonna be one of these things that fizzles out? I hope not.
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
Yeah. It's a hard sell, but I mean, with Flow and the way things have changed, I think it's a niche like group of people that are like junkies for the sport, so they want to watch as much
Problem
wrestling.
is that they're cheap. I
That's
mean, how many
also
how many people you know like, oh hey, can I use your Flow account? Dude, it's the best bargain in sports. Let's be honest. A Flow account is the best bargain in sports. You know, you get so much with it.
especially how much you watch on it. Like, I mean, you're
Yeah,
literally watching every event, every match, every film documentary they make. Like, you name it, you're on there. I mean, how many people are watching the Worlds this weekend? I mean, we have it up in the lobby nonstop. Like, we're
mm,
playing Flow almost every hour we're open.
yeah, absolutely. You know, and I know I put it on when our girls are wrestling or Final X or World Team Trials or whatever. Like we're watching it. You know, and yeah, just like I said, the sport's a little cheap sometimes. You know, but we gotta get out there and spend the money. But I think the production looked really good. Production looked great. You know, and having Wick look good out there, and you know some of those guys have really let it out there. So we'll see, but we'll talk more about that. But all right, everybody, we'll talk to you soon. Later.